Any others stood out to you
Um,
that we haven't
yeah, I
spoken
mean,
about before? I think the people want something new.
something new. Give them something new. Let's look on the market and see. Because I mean, did we speak about Transjam before on our podcast? I don't think we have. So far, we haven't really spoken about Transjam or Cygnus. Let's. You know what I liked? I did just saw today. Dolphin Cove,
Mm,
that tourism boom. I think it's.
let's see.
Let's check it because I saw their profits and then I saw the price jump and I was
What
just
was
like, wait,
the?
what?
Hold on, let me see. Did it really jump?
Well,
I
June
guess.
5th, 1469, and
I
now it's at
guess. Yeah.
almost $16.
Well,
I look,
now
you
that you
know.
talk about in relation to the report, I mean before the report, I guess yeah, 15 to 16. Let me
Let's
look at the report.
let's pull up the report and see. First quarter financials.
Let me,
So the 3 months ending March 31st, 2023.
let me share my screen. Uh, okay, so revenues. Wow.
Yeah. Huge jump in revenues.
Revenues doubled from, well,
Yeah.
the dolphin
No,
attraction
it doubled.
revenues doubled. Um, and then
Ancillaries
ancillary
also up too.
services almost doubled too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah,
Crazy,
revenues
right?
overall basically almost doubled. So they're selling a lot more than let's see, who admin expenses.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, Dolphin Cove, I mean, most people should know of Dolphin Cove. They have a lot of attractions, not necessarily just dolphins, but as you can see, the name implies it's mainly dolphins as their core business and those attractions. Um, but they also own other companies and so on, and they tell you about their wholly owned subsidiaries. I don't know if have you ever been to Yaman Adventure Park?
Nah, not yet.
Yaman was pretty cool. I liked it. I did like ATV riding and stuff like that. But Dolphin Cove owns, I don't think they're, I don't think wholly, but they at least own part of it. So how the business is structured is, yes, you have the main attractions and so on, and you also ancillary services. Ancillary services are like the restaurants, I believe, the gift shop if you're buying like souvenirs, or even like pictures, because if you're at the adventure park, you'll notice that people take pictures of you and maybe a family and so on, just having a good time and so on, and at the end of the day you can go and collect a picture and pay for it and so on. So all of that comes under ancillary services, and both have gotten significantly, as you said, the increase in revenue. Let's compare the 3 months ending 2022. No, you're on the right page. It's 2.6. I'm assuming that's 2.6 million US. Whereas this year 4.9. That's almost double revenue.
And that a big thing for them. I
The
remember there was
profits
something about
doubled. Look at
yeah, but
that.
they were talking about that they get a lot of money from cruise ships, and then they're saying say new mega ships. So a lot
Yeah.
bigger ships are basically coming to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's an article about cruise ships.
I wonder how
There's
many
an
people come
article
on a
I
mega
saw.
ship.
There was something I saw. Oh wow, see this. December last year, world's largest cruise ship docks at Falmouth Pier.
Mm.
I don't know, we can hold the world's largest cruise ship. Wow. See the Wonder of the Seas, world's largest cruise ship. Came to Falmouth Pier, Trelawney. But wait, do they have a they don't have a
A
attraction
Dolphin
there.
Cove in
Yeah.
Trelawney. Um, I'm not sure if they own any attractions in Trelawney. I know they have in Negril, Ochi, um, What's the other one by
So it can. So
Discover
the
Bay?
Wonder of Seas can apparently do 7,008. So basically 7,000 guests.
Crazy amount of people. 7,000 people on a cruise ship.
See, it can only dock like this at the Falmouth Pier.
Mm.
Oh, okay. So it wouldn't necessarily benefit. Mm.
I mean,
See,
why
so
wouldn't
apparently
why
this one was specifically built.
you said
But I
it
get,
wouldn't necessarily benefit Dolphin Cove?
well, I guess. Wait, what's the closest? So this says Falmouth. That's Trelawney. What's the closest one? And what's the closest Dolphin Cove to that area? And I don't know how.
I think it's
I think
Discover
sometimes they
Bay.
have it that you when you come off the ship, it's like you then go for the day and then come back, right? So I guess you
Yeah.
technically could like maybe they have it set up that oh there's a bus and it brings you to Dolphin Cove. I don't know.
Hmm. But I
This
mean,
is something that I'd like to ask at like our AGM or like our
at an
earnings
AGM.
call.
To be honest, bro, even if this mega ship couldn't dock in Ochi, a ton more ships are coming here now that the pandemic has eased.
Yeah,
Because I
they
know
said
the
they.
shipping, that cruise industry, in that cruise line industry took a beating during COVID. So now coming out of that, I know a lot more ships have been docking in Ochi, and yeah,
You
them.
can say oh wait, they're saying another one Oasis of the Seas. That's 6,000 passengers.
Mm.
Oh, those ones Falmouth. All other ports in the Caribbean passengers. Oh no! So they still can actually come. They're saying they have to be ferried to shore. So it doesn't dock at the. So maybe they could actually go near where to Dolphin Cove has their locations. It's just that the people would have to go on a ferry, an intermediary ship,
Mm-hmm.
to then go to the area. So see,
But
in
they can
Falmouth, they
just
walk
dock.
off the ship onto the pier. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I won't even give you a percentage. I said 25% disembarking of passengers. Ah, I didn't even think about that. Not
$5
yeah, not
each.
everyone really. Some people might just want to stay on the ship sometimes. I guess interesting.
I mean, if you're coming to Jamaica, I don't think you'd stay on the ship.
Oh, because it's a
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure most
25.
people would want to, If you come, it's so for me. If I wanted to visit a lot of countries one time, that's a cruise, right? Easy. I know people that go from cruises that go to Cayman, Mexico, uh, like all a ton of different Caribbean countries in one trip.
Whoa! Look at this
So
picture. You seen it? Look
yeah,
at the whoa!
huge.
What the heck? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And Dolphin Cove is soaking up a lot of those passengers.
Do you remember which ship we went on that time for Cam Hill?
Um,
I don't think you probably would remember the name.
no, I don't. I don't remember the name, but they had good food. That's all I remember. They had good food.
I should drop a
Um,
picture of it.
hmm
I remember that. I think I still have that picture, yo. Interesting.
But look at that. Their EPS has doubled. It's. I mean, tourism has had the biggest rebound um coming out of COVID, and Honorable Edmund Bartlett, our tourism minister, he's working hard. Like I've seen him on doing interviews. I've seen him on CNN. See him flying out, and he's working very hard to try and bolster and boost our tourism industry. So I guess Dolphin Cove is one of the companies that benefits from this, and I know they get. Is it? Do they pay quarterly dividends? I can't even
No, I think it's
remember.
twice a year.
Mm,
I think it's twice a year.
they
It's not
haven't.
quarterly.
It's not quarterly, yeah, but they pay
Another
decent
interesting one.
dividends.
Have you looked at CPJ?
Ah, no,
CPJ seems to be kind of going through it, you know.
really.
Excuse me.
Maybe that's why I haven't looked at them. Oh wow,
Yeah,
they're
but this
below
is the
ten
time to
dollars.
look at them. This is the time to look at them, bro.
What?
What you say?
They're below $10. Maybe I did look
Time
at them.
machine. Time machine, this, bro. Time
Trying to.
machine.
I mean, time machine.
You were saying, oh, they're at $10. That says sending us back in time.
Oh,
Yeah, see, profits. Well, I don't know if you can see. So for the period March, profits have, wow,
wow.
third
What is
basically.
that?
Yeah, and the thing is, they're doing more revenues. Like their sales are a lot higher, but their selling expenses seem to be going up a lot.
What is
Um,
going on?
and
What
then
is
it's an
extraordinary
extraordinary adjustment.
adjustment for GCT? Oh, a lot of companies had to actually do that, you know. I'm not entirely sure what it was, but yeah, some GCT thing that was going on where where companies had to pay a lot more money. Or it's money that was owed, but they have to upfront it or something. I don't even remember, but they're not the only company.
Yeah, but wow, look at this total profit, and
Mm,
then some.
I
Wow, wow, wow. Interesting. But the thing is, I even saw they had
But that's a
I
one-off,
think
no? That GCT thing.
yeah, but the thing is, it's not just this quarter though. I'm saying even before, even if you go back to the December quarter looked pretty bad also. So look at this. Once again, revenues very high, much higher than before, but then selling
Mm-hmm.
expenses pretty high. So you can see profits still like,
Yeah,
especially that's the thing because remember December 2021 was that banger quarter that was like wow. So it's like it does
yeah,
like even though this is pretty good, like it doesn't look as nice when you're comparing it to. And I think they
that's
also
true.
I think even the quarter before that also wasn't very good either. So it's like they really, but the thing is that I was saying that you should look at it now. Yeah, it might not be time to buy, but this is the time where you should start looking at it when it's not hot.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when people who were
Yeah,
looking at
that's
CPJ when it was making losses, that's how they
yeah,
were making money. Oh, this one wasn't so bad
that's me.
for September
Because when you said that was a
because
banger quarter, that was when they just started becoming profitable again.
not
So
just start. No, that's not just
yeah, those
started.
those
That
were the
was
quarters when they were becoming profitable. That
no,
December
as in they had
2021, I
already
think that was
become. Hold on, no,
that
the
wasn't their first
June.
quarter of profitability, you know.
Oh, I thought that's what you were
The
saying. Yeah,
June I think was reversal. That June,
I think it
wait,
was the June one. I think it was the June one where they first made money.
yes, is it? Or they were their losses decreased significantly.
No, I think it was up. Let me look. I think it was up. Oh, the problem is you'd have to work it. I think I'd worked it out in Excel. Oh, wait, this
Yeah,
is
you'd have to
June
work it out.
2022. Oh, oops.
But they have
But yeah,
2021 on it.
I want to go back to compare it to. But yeah, but oh, what I was saying before was that I saw there was an interview recently with Mark Hart, the
On Kalilo?
CEO, and then Kalila, and he was talking about some of the things that they were doing.
Yeah, I watched it.
So yeah, so I think it was in this report. I think if you so let's so this is June. So that's the March. So this is the June. So I think they were talking about some of the things that the company is doing to try to grow and stuff like that. Let
Hmm.
me let me show you. So see, oh yeah, so see 9 months up to March 2021, they were at a loss of almost 3.8 million,
Hmm.
and then they went from a 3.8 million loss to a 2.5, so they actually made a profit. So that was
Oh
the
yeah,
first quarter, but it was hidden by the
the
overall year. So
loss.
that's
Yeah,
another thing that sometimes is interesting. If, like how many people, like you mentioned the different levels of research. Someone
yeah,
might just look
exactly.
at this and be like, "They made a loss again." No, but then the person will be like, look how much effort that took to look. Oh wait, this is this point. X and work this out, and
Hmm.
then bam, you can see, wait, they actually made a profit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're and then I think the company made an announcement about some of the things I think they were speaking about. So see, uh, this says, man. CPJs, please unknowns. Three major projects that will impact the growth locally and offshore. The first one, $1 million solar expansion project that they expect to commence Q1 financial year 2024. So they want to, I guess, save a lot of money on their light bill. The next
Mm-hmm.
one, the board has also approved they're going to spend 2.3 million US modernization of a meat processing
What?
plant. Uh, so I'm wondering where the solar plant is going to go. Could they just say solar expansion project, but what exactly is the solar plant
Who
going to
says
be
it's a
used
plant?
for? Or solar expansion
What?
project, I mean. Wait, what do
It
you
could
mean?
just mean putting different like units of solar on a lot of their like they
I
have
know, but I'm
their
saying that I want to know exactly where they're putting the the panels or whatever. And this meat
I
processing
mean
plant,
it's
is it going
Q1
to help at the meat
2024.
processing plant?
Yeah, possible.
And so they said they're going to be expanding their operations in St. Lucia.
Yeah,
They're going to
sure.
open a new store. Final
I
plans
remember
being
him saying that.
put.
Yeah.
Mm. How many people are in St. Lucia though? Is that big a market for them?
No, it's tiny, bro.
Mm, interesting. Well, oh wait, but it's not just the population. St. Lucia tourism
Tourism.
arrivals. Oh, see, not as bad. So more people
Mm.
visited than
Than the
yeah, than
population.
actual population. So that's 737,000. Yeah, the country. Well, this is 2021. Okay, interesting.
Close enough.
Yeah, I think it's still one to watch. I
Yeah.
don't think I don't think it's necessarily time yet, but this could be the like you could this be the chance CPJ goes back to $20? You know, buying it
One
at
to
$10
watch.
now. You
Yeah.
have to have you have to believe.
Buying is believing.
You have to believe. Um, any others?
Uh, I'd have to go through the list of stocks. Did anything else stand out to me? I mean, JFP, Image Plus. Let's talk about Image Plus because we talk about JFP a lot. You're looking for companies we don't really talk about too much. I have you actually looked at Image Plus by chance?
In terms of what I mean, like what am I reading from the IPO? And I know recently they said I guess they're following
Yeah,
up
I'm
on
gonna.
their plans because they had spoke about wanting to have a better location for their Kingston location, like their main branch or whatever. I think they said recently that they actually
Right
what that's a
here.
notice.
So yeah, June 9, the notice
Mm.
came out. Image Plus Consultant Limited has entered into an agreement to acquire a 0.73 acre property in Kingston 5. This acquisition will enable the company to construct a multi level facility which will serve as the future home for a current 3A Winchester Road branch. As this is a key step towards our strategic goals of expanding our services, we are happy to be at this stage and look forward to the completion of this transaction by the end of Q2 of our financial year. So, I mean,
I like that they're actually following up with it because that was something I think that they
right?
spoke about in their prospectus. So
Mm-hmm.
once again, you
Mm-hmm.
always have to look out. Are they following through with what they're saying? If they say, "Oh, we're gonna acquire a company," do they end up acquiring that company?
Financial statements. I don't know. Their reporting is a bit weird.
And I remember they actually even told us I think it was supposed to be by July, and look at it, they did it. Well, I guess they said they're gonna close.
Mm-hmm. Um, I'm trying to find their because they made money. Yeah, here we are. So this was their last financial report. The next one is due in Um,
Their what? Their next report?
May. That would be March to May report would be due by mid July. Yeah.
And
So.
they even they said, I think it was in their press, no, a Greener article. They
Mhm.
actually tell us why they want a new location because they said they really want to upgrade their nuclear medicine services, but they're saying that
Nice.
this space isn't enough.
Yeah.
Keisha
Yeah.
Anderson was saying that, and nuclear medicine is actually pretty. Um, I guess it's on the cusp, or it's pretty emerging, or I wouldn't say emerging. I mean, I guess we've had it for a while, but
I mean,
it's
it's
where
it's
medicine
what.
is trying to go towards
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
Michael Leachin said it recently too on Kalila's show. That's his thing. Um, targeted treatment, especially for like cancer, using nuclear medicine. That's his niche now. That's where he's heading into. Well, it's not just that; it's also nuclear energy, um, SMRs, stuff like that. But yeah,
What's
that,
SMRs?
that I think it's smart modular reactor.
Small.
Yes. Small modular. Yeah, small modular reactor.
I
Yeah.
think Apex. Whenever I think about Apex, I kind of think about Transjam because I think it's a similar story with like what happened with Transjam, kind of like, oh, IPO comes out,
Mm-hmm.
price dips pretty wickedly, it trades. I mean, I guess now it's above, slightly above IPO price.
Yeah. Now it's not so bad. It's what two
It didn't
dollar
take as long as Transjam.
$2.12.
Wow, it hit as low as
Seventies.
176 on some days.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow,
Yeah. And they paid a dividend
interesting.
too.
How are they doing in terms of profits? Oh, their
Profitability
last
is good.
report up to February profits was at 35 million versus, I mean, 87 million versus 35 million. Wow.
Wait,
And
are you
revenues are
talking about
also
the
up.
full reports or the quarter?
Just Q4, quarter four.
Q4.
So that's the
Okay.
December to February. And the revenues are also up pretty decently too.
Hold on. That's I need to find that report. I'm not seeing it. Where'd you find
I know.
that quarterly report? Is it in the? Because it's not in the audited.
There is no
It wouldn't be in
quarterly
the
one.
year end. So what were you reading from?
My Money JA does like a calculation thing.
Ah, I was wondering. Okay.
Just make sure you use code Limitless.
Code Limitless.
People can just sign up for it,
Mm-hmm.
like by clicking on it in the description to make it easier. I mean, you can work. You can, I guess, work it out yourself, but it's just you'd have to put it in Excel. So,
Yeah. Don't have time for that right now. Maybe when we
but
come off the
yeah,
call.
I mean, for them, I think they just continue to open up strategic branches,
Mm-hmm.
continue to offer more services, continue to do really good marketing and stuff like that. Maybe packages at certain clinics or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I think they need to push more in terms of, um, as you say, offering those different services. There are a lot of, uh, let's just say, even cancers, a lot of diseases, I should say, that should be checked on. Like, how many people do a colonoscopy, right? A colonoscopy is gold standard for
Wait, they do
diagnosing.
colonoscopies?
No, which is what I'm saying. They need to look to stuff
Oh,
like that because, and I think a lot more Jamaicans should be pushing into doing stuff like that. So yeah, you're right. As long as they keep expanding their services, um, catering to the needs of the population, and especially with this current aging population. I know Julian spoke heavily on it, and he says he's a healthcare bull. You guys can check out our previous episode. I think that was it Doctor Doom or Pump and Dump, one
just
of the
watch the
Pump
whole
and Dump
series.
episodes. Just watch the whole series. It's
Yeah, just
gems
watch
all
the whole
around.
series.
Right? We really spoke about like it was really good. It was really really good, insightful conversation with Julian, and yeah, he's a healthcare bull. So am I, of course. So are you, because we're both doctors. But I do like where healthcare is pivoting to. So I'm wondering if Apex will get on the train. We will see. Image Plus. We'll see.
I think what
So
they need
yeah.
to also make sure is, I think they need to have a good partner for financing, because another thing is that a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
scans and things like that, they, they do cost a good amount of money. So sometimes having good financing and stuff like that can help people to be able to access these stuff.
Yeah, I agreed. Agreed. Like Dollar. Like how Dollar has that they finance some did they finance some
Medipay.
medical Medipay? Yeah. That's more for like cosmetics, cosmetic procedures and so on. But yeah, if they could sort out financing to that would be easier for a lot more people to take on that
I guess
that
one of
burden.
the things is that you have to be careful, because, like, say for example, I don't know if
I
this
mean,
is
you have
maybe
to
one
do
of the
your due
reasons why.
diligence.
Yeah, because I'm saying that there's limits to what you could do. Because say it's a scan for, like, if someone has, for example, stage 4 cancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, or you say it's metastatic or it's spread, different areas of your body. So if it's, say it's colon cancer, the same example you were talking about, if it starts in the colon, and then one of the most common places it spreads to is the liver, because the liver
Mm-hmm.
basically drains or filters the blood that comes from your colon and other organs there. So it naturally spreads there most commonly. So once it has reached that point, you generally can't cure it. Sometimes you technically can, but most of the times you can't really cure it. So
I mean,
imagine
liver. No, I've been seeing
most
a
as
lot
yeah,
of
hold on. Most of the
advancements.
time though.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right,
But I'm
fine,
saying
fair, fair, fair.
most of the time, and this is
Yeah,
Jamaica too. Most of the
yeah,
time that's
facts.
not gonna happen. And then the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
most of the times it's not just, oh, one nodule. Like, yeah, it's spread to liver, but it's also spread to other areas. The point
Mm-hmm.
is, if you're someone who has that stage 4 cancer, one of the things that we do is that we do CT scans and stuff like that. So we'll do what we call a CT cap, or we basically cap. The C is for chest, the A for abdomen or belly, and then the P for pelvis. So you do that scan to see, okay, where has it spread to, and then you
Mm-hmm.
would start treatment. And then usually one of the ways you monitor treatment, because you need to know, is it working? You repeat the scan, and so you need to repeat that scan every few months. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, or whatever. So I could understand where the financing could be an issue, because if you would need like some sort of guarantor or something like that. Because remember, once you're metastatic, you generally have a poor prognosis, or you
Mm-hmm.
basically aren't usually gonna live for that long. So maybe if you're lucky, sometimes you can live a year, two, but sometimes you may really not live for that long. It could be just a few months. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're someone who is on a loan plan or a payment plan for the scan that you did a month ago, like, if you end up, passing during that time, you're gonna need someone, I guess, to have to pay back that loan, because suppose you still owe Apex money or whatever company money. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the issues that they face, because depending on the type of scan or the reason for the scan, sometimes they'll be doing a scan where there's a chance that they may not be able to pay you back. You probably have to have some sort of, thing in place, like, oh, we would
Mm-hmm.
seize this, or this person would be our guarantor, so they could pay that money back. But that's
I'm
something
wondering
that I
how that
think.
that's structured with even like insurance companies and so on. Because I'm pretty sure they must have some deal in place with some insurance companies, maybe Canopy, maybe Guardian, Sagicor. But yeah, you are right. That's a financial risk for them, and whichever loans company that would want to take that on. That's like also why healthcare, I think, is not as attractive for a lot of businesses. So that's why I love seeing businesses in healthcare, because it can be profitable, and number one, it can actually help the patients. So if you're doing a lot of things that increase operational efficiency, making it cost effective for a lot of patients and so on, I'm for it, and I want to see more businesses pushing in that direction of healthcare, and taking it seriously. So can be done, has been done across the world. The states, I mean, their healthcare bill is It's insane if you get if you're sick in the States. Like the amount of money you have to fork out. I'm sorry for people that don't have insurance. But here it's much cheaper. And I even see a shift. I can see a shift of people. Like say you do have something like that, like colon cancer, and you're in America. Why not take a cruise and come to Apex? And just do your scan here if it's that much cheaper. No, dead serious. If a lot of the services, let's say you have to do a bunch of scans or even some procedures and so on, I'm pretty sure it's much cheaper to do a lot of the things out here than in America. I'm just saying
Well, I
it's
don't
a
know about
market.
cruise, but
I don't
maybe
know,
a
but yeah,
flight. Yeah, maybe a
yeah.
flight. Like if you're in Florida, I
Okay,
guess if you're in
fair.
Florida,
Yeah,
it's the flights.
it would probably be cheaper to book a flight, your hotel stay, all of these different things to get your procedures and whatever
Not even
done
just
in
hotel. You do an Airbnb.
doesn't
Do
even
an
hotel,
Airbnb.
bro. Like the cost of healthcare is my brethren took on has spent overnight at a hospital. I think they did a one CT scan and so on, and his bill came up to um, I don't know what was happening with him. I don't think they did much. They discharged him the next day, and the bill came up to almost 3,000 US. 3,000 US. A plane ticket from here to Miami is like a couple hundred US. you know, I'm just saying, bro. Like healthcare is insane up there. So a lot of there's so many ways to profit, for these companies. You just have to find the target audience.
Uh, any others?
Uh, I don't know, bro. Siboney.
Starting to feel hungry, bro.
um, yeah, I'm actually hungry. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing. I mean, there are a ton of other companies we could talk about. I'm still here waiting on
We should
the.
ask people, guys. Leave if you're listening on YouTube, leave a comment below.
Yes.
Um, Let us know like what stock would you like us to talk about, or just which topic would you like us to talk about? We love to see more people using up the YouTube comments.
Truly.
Because we'll try to read. We do read them. We try to read almost every comment. So we will actually take your suggestions. Let us know what you
Mm-hmm.
want us to talk about, or you can just big us up. We appreciate that. We
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
that.
We do. Yeah, I'd love to hear what other people want to us to talk about. Right. So let
Anyone
us
you
know,
want to big up
guys.
recently, Theon, that you met?
Anyone that I want to big up recently that I met. Big up Ryan. I mean, we know Ryan from the podcast, but I actually saw him out and in person, and we were partying. It was a good time.
Where were
So
you guys
yeah,
partying?
at Apex.
What's that?
Not radiology. Apex. Apex is Apex was it's an event. It's a monthly series at Summit. That happens at Summit.
Where's
So
Summit?
almost like a Summit was formerly Nutsford Court Hotel. So they're rebranding, new owners and such.
As in,
So
where is it though? Where is it?
where Nutsford Court Hotel?
Yeah,
It's 16 Chelsea Avenue,
that's at New
um,
Kingston.
in New Kingston. In New Kingston, yeah.
Okay, maybe
So
I'll try to pass by sometime.
yeah,
I
Apex
heard it
is a
was.
vibe every time. This is
Yeah,
the
I
second
see people
staging.
posting. I see enough people posting, so they enjoyed
Yeah,
themselves. So I just have to try to reach next time, bro.
yeah. And I mean, Ryan came, gave a came and supported. There are a ton of other people that were there too. High profile people. I don't think I want to name them. I'll tell you them after actually, because you missed that second stage. But it was very good, very good. Pretty nostalgic. Uh, I remember Privy and like those other clubs back in the day. Fiction. Yeah, so I mean, hella nostalgic. I love
So you're
it.
saying this is like a new fiction or something?
Yeah, 2.0
Okay.
Apex. So you guys can look out for it.
When's the next
Um,
party?
here's July. Can look out for it indeed. Why are you coming? Are you on call that day?
I actually think I am.
Wow, struggles. But I mean, yeah, I'll take a shot for you, bro.
It's
While
like
you're on
two.
duty. Facts. Any other closing remarks? Anything else you want to leave with the people? Them. I think we should do this more often in terms of just going through some companies, their reports,
Yeah, let us
seeing what
know,
they're like.
guys. Do you want to hear us? Like, I feel like a lot of our videos lately have been interviews or stuff like that. But
Hmm.
let us know if you like hearing from us. You like these episodes. We should probably even make it like a series where it's just us or something like that. Like, I don't know what we'd call it, but you know.
Mm. I mean, I don't know if we should, but we could make a series out of reviewing companies. Um, yeah. In fact, what we should do is take people's suggestions, the companies they like, and so on, and we just call it a review series. Um, just based on what people like, whatever people want to hear. So yeah, as Preston said, drop a comment, subscribe if you love the content. We're always here. Don't think we'll ever stop doing this because we love it. So, and we appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us always. Like we see, I was in Portmore recently for big up this. Wish I remembered his name. He says he loves the content. His favorite episodes are the ones with Round. I think I actually saved his name. Like wrote it down somewhere. I don't remember.
John,
But
you just you just he got his hopes
I
up, and
feel
he was
like
like, "Wait, is he gonna shout me out?" It's like, "Yo, is he gonna shout me out?" It's just like, "Damn,
now you make me feel bad because I know I saved it
you
somewhere,
should."
yo. Hold on. Oh my god. There's a problem with chat enough. So it's somewhere in our conversation. All right. Horace. Horace Sinclair. Yeah.
Yeah, man,
Thank God.
Harris.
Far to scroll for that. But yeah, big up Horace. Thank you for listening. I was literally, practicing medicine and he saw me. He wasn't my patient, but he saw me. It's just like he called me Theon Sims. I was just like, hell. It's like, yo, you don't know me, but him and him brethrens listen to the podcast. They love the content and so on. And they just like keep going. They send their big ups to you as well, Preston. So big up Horace and the squad, you know. Uh keep making that money. Yeah. Limitless. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. My battery's dying. Oh no. My battery's dying on my Mac. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this one because we did. Limitless out.